What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a solid day out there today. So today's video is a direct request from a viewer. They wanted me to tackle this subject. So going forward, if you have anything you want taken care of on a video, you can easily email me at tundradude34@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to talk about whatever you like on a video, because really, it's all for you guys anyway, right? So before we get to the question, let's hear a little supercharger. Little quarter throttle, half throttle. Oof. Dude, that's crazy. That made my traction control come on in like high second gear, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, question of the day is the TRD Pro trim level worth it? Now, I've made a video about the TRD Pro trim level before, and is it worth it going after and stuff like that. But with the 2019 coming out, I figured we would do it again. And like I said, this was directly asked by a viewer, and they asked if I could make a video on it explaining it instead of just responding to the email so I could go into detail. Now, the reason I feel like I'm a good person to ask this question to is because I used to own a TRD Pro. I owned a 2016 double cab in mag gray, and now I own a platinum. So the question of is the TRD Pro trim level worth it is a very tough question for me to answer with a direct yes or no, and here's why. So I do think it's worth it in the way of how hard it is to obtain. It's a special truck. There's not much special about it as far as features. It doesn't have a ton of features or anything like that. It's kind of a bare minimum truck. It's kind of built off an SR5. I mean, the 2019, you're gonna get yourself, you know, a moonroof option. You're gonna get blind spot monitoring, parking sensors. So they've definitely upgraded it a little bit, and that definitely is gonna make it better and closer to making it worth it. But where it falls off for me a little bit is the part where, is it worth it in the way of the amount of money you're gonna have to pay for it, okay? Because they're not gonna give you a deal on a TRD Pro. That's just the way it is. You're not gonna get a deal. You're gonna get MSRP at, oh, Raptor, sorry. You're gonna get MSRP if you find a dealer that's really good, but most likely you might actually end up paying more than that. You might end up paying like a, you know, a dealer market adjustment price, which is, I'm so against that, you have no idea. If you're gonna make me pay MSRP, that's one thing, but anything over that should be outlawed. I don't like that at all. But if you don't really care about what the TRD Pro is, you could always do what I did, and that was buy a platinum trim and then put all the TRD Pro parts on it. You'll probably end up spending the same amount of money on that setup than you would getting a TRD Pro Tundra. Because the thing is this, I could walk into a dealership today, I could get a great deal on a platinum, okay? They're gonna deal with me. If there's a platinum, like I always say this, if you have a platinum or 1794 sitting on the lot for a long time, they wanna move inventory quickly, okay? If there's anything sitting there a long time, they want it gone ASAP. They don't want it sitting there for a long time. They want new vehicles on the lot always, and just a change of the inventory over and over and over again. So if you do your research and due diligence, you may be able to find one of those trucks that have been sitting there a long time and get a great deal on it, saving thousands of dollars and ending up with a platinum or 1794 that is fully loaded, or as fully loaded as a Tundra can get. And then you can go ahead and put all the TRD Pro parts on it. So one way that I applaud Toyota with that is they knew how hard it would be to get a TRD Pro, so they offer the parts for other trim Tundras. And the best part is, it's not like a Raptor and an F-150. The Tundra is pretty much the same, trim to trim. And then you can upgrade parts here and there. But the TRD Pro is a regular Tundra, you know, with an off-road suspension, skid plates. Of course, it has the bed stamp, which is unique to it. But overall, I think the TRD Pro trim level is worth it for those hardcore Toyota enthusiasts because they know what it's all about. And if you don't mind getting down and dirty and trying to find one and paying MSRP or more, then go for it. Like I said, I owned a TRD Pro, so I kind of understand what the mystique of it is all about. If you own one, you definitely know where I'm coming from on that. It's kind of its own thing. All of us that own one most likely went through some kind of an issue to get it. For me, in 2016, no one, I don't know if they didn't think it would be as high demand of a truck as it was, but no one had them, and if they had them, they were already bought, meaning they were ordered to the dealership, or if someone got one on allocation, it was already gone before it got there. It was a real hard thing to get. And that was the issue, right? And that's what I'm talking about, where the is it worth it comes in. Because I bought the 2016 TRD Pro. I put so much time and effort into getting it. When I got it, it was definitely worth it. It was kind of a coveted truck. It didn't, like I said, it didn't have a lot of luxury features or anything like that, but it was just, it was so hard fought to get it that it felt like I never wanted to get rid of it. And of course, I contradict myself on that one, because I did get rid of it. And let me just tell you, I do regret getting rid of that truck. It was a great truck. But like I said, I did this Platinum Pro project thing for you guys, the viewers, to show you that if you can't get a TRD Pro, you could always do this, and what a TRD Pro would look like if it had luxury features, which is what we're in right now. If you're new to the channel, this is obviously a Platinum, and I have all sorts of TRD Pro stuff in it: the suspension, the dual exhaust, the skid plate, pretty much everything but the wheels, because the wheels were ridiculously expensive, like $500 a wheel. So, you know, we went with a different wheel. But yeah, so it really comes down to what you think. Is the TRD Pro trim level worth it? It really depends on what you want out of it. I feel like that hardcore Toyota or Tundra enthusiast will feel a lot more strongly about the TRD Pro than just a regular consumer. A regular pickup truck consumer or Toyota Tundra consumer isn't going to want to spend MSRP of $55,000, or God forbid, a markup of $65,000 or something like that. So it really all comes down to you, and that is where these comments come in. I would love to hear what you think. Is the TRD Pro trim level worth it to you? And a why or why not? I'd love to hear it. So for me, I'm gonna go with, because I know you guys are gonna want an answer, because I am a hardcore Toyota Tundra enthusiast, I say yes, it is worth it. I'm gonna go with yes. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. You guys have a great day.